So basic stuff. First of all, when you start the WorldEdit mode, we want to go to save the main working tool. Main working tool is wooden axe, or you can just type / wand. That will immediately give you that. So I'm going to quickly change something, reset, and no, actually, that I'm always doing. You to reset, done. Okay. So what we want to do? Left click, set you the freeze position. You see in the chat it said freeze position set to whatever, and then you go somewhere else. Right click to set second position. You see it in the chat. Then I can do whatever I want. I can do set dirt. What? Oh, my bad. Slash set dirt. And then slash undo for everything that undo. Or I can do replace grass with dirt, which replace only the block I gave him with whatever block. See, I got the grass, that's the block I want to replace, and to replace it to something. And now I can invert the process. And that slime is really loud. Dirt. Type called not player. Okay. I'm going to do it for peaceful and music. We're down to 3. Done. Okay. So now let's get to the bit more of the advanced command. The command that you usually use in creating custom maps and such is a tool called brush. You do /brush, and then there's a couple of commands. There's a couple of commands I know to use. I don't know how to use all of them. There's smooth. Sorry. This will smooth any surface you right click on. There's sphere. This will create a sphere of whatever block you want in whatever diameter you want. Then there's a cylinder, which will create a cylinder with whatever material you want in whatever the diameter you want. Now if you want to see all the command, you do / help, then whatever command you want to do. In this case, I want to do brush. You can see I got 1 of 2 pages, and apply butler clipboard. There's a lot of stuff. For it, apply function to. There's plenty of stuff. Like, let's do help, and then if you want to get another page, do page 2. With lower parent, raise, set, smooth, and sphere. The last 2 are the one I use. So let's do brush, sphere, say stone, then whatever diameter I want it. Say 4. Then I right click any surface and I create whatever I want. That way I created the main structure of the island. Now, as you saw, at some point I created like a mixture of things. So 1 second, let me fill the gaps. Oh, 1 second. That's the side. That's the diameter of 4. Let's do diameter of 3, and then diameter of 2, and diameter of 1, and the biggest one I ever used is 6, and it's pretty much giant. Okay, so now I wanted to change only a specific block. I don't want to get the air, I want only to change the dirt and the grass. What I do, I get whatever I want. Let's do 3 for convenient. Then I want you to change on a specific thing. So what I do /mask, then whatever block I want. In this case, I want dirt, thick, grass. Only those blocks. And then only the blocks I choose will get changed. And only then, like if I go over here take me a second. If I right click in the building, nothing will happen because those blocks aren't in the mask. But if I will, for example, add log, that will change because the log is in the mask. So now, if you want to create like a mixture of things, I want to set this stone to be with stone, andesite, cobblestone, gravel, polished andesite, stairs, slabs, maybe even like cobblestone wall and such. So what you need to do, you press F3H, like so it will show you advanced tooltips shown. Then whatever block you hover your mouse above, you will see the Minecraft grass, for example. And that last word, grass in this case, or wool 3, or wool in this case, but you need to use that for all the comments. But what you need to pay attention in this case, if you do just wool, it will give you this. What you need to do is wool, and then in the right side of the name, there's this weird tag thingy. And at the end is /3. So what you do to get a blue wool, you do wool dash 3. That way, like whenever you want you to use it in a command, like for example, brush sphere wool 3 2, and then I get a wool 3. Oh, and I still got the mask. If you want to remove all mask, do just type mask, and then it will tell you brush mask disabled, and then just normally. Okay, now if you want to get a bit of a mixture, as I said before, get all the names I told you. In here we got stone 5, cobblestone, gravel, stone stairs, and cobblestone wall. So, and we want to change only stone, nothing else. So the way you do it is that way. Brush sphere. Now, percentage, I can't speak to what percentage, oh my god, what percentage we want every material block, however you want to call it. So for example, let's say we want 10% of cobblestone, and then we want 3% of cobblestone wall, the fence, cobblestone wall. Then we want 4% of andesite, which is stone 5, and then we want what else? Polished andesite, 2%. Actually, polished andesite, I don't know what the idea of it is, so I'm going to do enter to write me an error, but I can just come back to it. Stone 6, of course. What I did, I pressed enter right here. It showed me this error, missing the type after the whatever, and then I just like scroll up to the last command and I can use it again. Stone 6, no, 6, and then I got 1% of stone stairs. Okay, now we got here 10, 13, 17, 19, exactly 20. So we want to do another 80% that will complete to 100 of normal stone and diameter of 3. And now we want to add mask stone. We just want to change only stone. So then when I click on a stone, I will get a random amount of each one of them with a percentage I wrote down. So that way you can make your island be a lot more like alive, not just hand placed. And now we want to smooth this thing a little bit. So we do brush, smooth. Don't need to add anything else, and I can smooth it. And I don't know exactly how it does it, but it does it pretty well. Now, after we did all of this, we want, for example, to get a little pond over here. So what we do brush sphere air 3. Oops. Air 2. Then we get also a little pond. Now I want to fill it with water. So what we do, set day, do daylight equal false. That's not what we do. Just to make sure there's going to be always a day. My bad. We stand your legs at the height you want the water to get to, and then you do slash fill water and then what radius you want. In this case it's pretty small, so 10 will be enough. Apparently not. 10 won't be enough. Where we stand? 50. Oh yeah, if you stand in water it won't register it for some reason. You have to stand in air and then it will fill it. And then we got a case of this. 1 second. I want to go to video setting animation. Hold on. Done. Okay. You got this. Nobody likes this. So what you do? Even let's create it over here. See, the water is like flowing in a couple of points. So what we want to do is slash fix water and whatever radius you want. In this, let's do like 20 block, and it instantly fixes all the water around. It's really good tool. And now we want to remove all of this. We stand on top, like on the first block of the water, and then you do slash drain whatever diameter you want. In this case, let's do like 20, and it just almost instantly drains the whole thing. Now let's say we want to refill all of this. So we take our axe, that's the normal wooden one, set free spot, and now we want to get over to here. 1 second, I want to get you over here, and now we do slash we choose to spot set grass. There we go. Now another useful command, if we want, for example, to cover all of this with grass, we choose our first spot. I think I missed a bit of the side, but whatever. Then you can do or build up here, or do slash pause 2 or pause 1 if you want the first pause. Then all of this we do slash lay slash. Not exactly sure I'm supposed to do it. I didn't use this command in a long while. 1 second. What's in? I overlay. Yeah. Overlay with grass. There we go. All the area got overlaid with grass. It could be useful. I've never actually used it. So now the actual way to build a mountain. We'll start with the simple. There are two ways to do it. I myself like to start with stone and then move to sand to get a bit of the natural shape, but most of the builders out there like to do it with they start with sand. So I will do my way, and then I will show a quick example of the other way. So do brush sphere stone radius of 4 and mask whatever. Then I start to build my lovely mountain. And do what's that J doing there? Okay. So then after you got a bit of the basic shape of the mountain, what you do, you go to slash brush, pretty much that command, just to send stone to sand. and you start adding a bit above of it. The useful part of sand that it falls, it like fills the holes and it makes a bit more of a natural shape. Then you got the basic shape you want. This shape not going to be pretty, not even going to try to make it pretty. And now after we got a bit more of the shape we want, and what I want here, okay, now you do slash brush cylinder sand 4. That command is useful for like get a bit more of a natural shape into the thing. At the start, when I started my first thing, I didn't use it, and then I started and I seen how good it is. You can actually get shape into something that didn't have any kind of shape before. So we got all of those, and now let's say we want our mountain to look like that. So we want to change all of it to stone. We go down here, then we can all use the axe or use slash pose 1. I like to use pose 1 and 2 more than the axe actually. And we get in the diagonal of this, slash pose 2. And then there's two ways. Or to do slash replace sand with stone, or to use a mask that replaces sand with stone. The mask will look like that. Slash brush sphere stone 3 mask of sand, and then that will change it like that. Other way, if your computer can handle it, you do slash replace stone sand. Then all of the sand, it will take a second. Oops, I did stone to sand, not sand to stone, my bad. Sand to stone, that way. Then all the sand will switch to stone. And then, after that, we want to start to get a bit more of shape in it. You do slash brush smooth. Start to smooth it out a bit. You will see how it functions, and then you can get a bit of more of shape into it. And give it a bit more. And let's say we think that's enough. So what we want to do next to get it look a bit more realistic, you do, remember before we already got the positions of the diagonals of this mountain, so we do slash replace stone with grass. The reason we're using grass is that after a bit of time the bottom ones will get changed to dirt, and then we can do replace dirt to stone back, and then that will look really good. And to speed up this process, game rule random tick speed 5000, there we go, default is 3. And now after we got all the top blocks to be grass, all the bottom blocks to be dirt, we do slash replace dirt stone. There we go. Now we got this shape which already looks way better. Now just quickly do kill at E type call item. I will do that after I work with the sand because it leaves a giant mess of particles around. So now we want to add a bit more for greenery. Remember how I did that mesh over there, and that like percentage thing? What I do is that brush sphere, and now we want a plant. It depends if we want only grass or also flowers. I'm going to show you how to do both. Let's start with simple grass. We do 20% tall grass 1, click 20% tall grass 2, click 80% air, so much shape of 3, and then you do mask greater than 2. I don't know exactly how does that mask work. I seen it in a video, but it makes you be able to place only on top of dirt, of a grass or dirt. I think on grass, whatever. Now we want to make it with flowers. So what we do, we change our percentage. Change it to like, I like to use yellow flower, the red flower, the blue flower, and one of the white flowers. The way I do it is 1% yellow flower, take 1% red flower, take 1% red flower 1, that's the blue flower, and then I like to do this one at 2% red flower 3, that's the white flower. Then we got 1 2 3 4 5, so we want to do 95, no wait, I want to do another 20 50% tall grass 1, 15% tall grass 2, and then we got 30 from the tall grass, 30, 1 2 3 4 5, 35. That left us with 65% air. And then same mask, greater than 2, and now we can start adding some flowers. And as you see, you got a bit more white flowers than the rest because we gave them 2% instead of just 1. Now let's say you want to add a bit of trees. What you do, you go down, use a command /tree, and then there's one more parameter to this, which it's default to oak. Goes oak, spruce, birch, jungle. What else do we have? Let's do acacia and dark oak. Okay, so the default one is oak. It gives us normal oak tree. Next we go to spruce. So we do /tree spruce if you want to use those three, and then it will give you those three. And it, as you can see, it like randomizes them. It's not the same tree every time. A tree can go there. It also show you where you can't place a tree. Then you got birch, without the T. And you don't have to be, actually, apparently you do have to be close to the ground to place those. And you can do like a nice forest that way. And then you got jungle. You have to be careful with that one. Jungle, because this one gives you a big tree, a very big tree. However done that. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so then you got the acacia and dark oak. You get the idea. Now let's say you place a tree and you don't want it to be there. It was by a mistake or something like that. What you do? Do brush sphere air 3, and then you do a mask of log thick leaves, and it removes everything. But there's a bit of a problem with that, because for example, this is log 2, those one are log 2. So if I'm doing a tree do that, then we try to remove it, it won't work because it's log 2 and leave 2. So what you do, this log leave and then log 2 thick leaves 2, and then it will remove all kind of trees with a second. So if you want to, for example, to remove a forest, you don't need to set it up on fire or something like that. You can just go around and remove the trees in an efficient way. Okay, is there any other tool I didn't tell you about? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, that's all the tools I use. Actually, I'm going to show you how to make custom trees and such. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of everything got beside the deleting one, and then you want to grab whatever kind of wood you like to use. I really like to use this one, and then the stairs and slab that fit it the most. The oak wood fits with spruce wood very well, and I really like to use this one. For this part of the video we use the normal leaves. So you get the first shape of the tree. Sometimes trees got like roots around them, and my bad. Got this, we got this, and another one here. And then we got a style like a bit of the curve of the tree, because trees usually aren't straight, and I think this should be better like so. And then usually you want to add like how we call it, branches. So you add some of those, and my bad, I'm not doing good today. And then something I really like to do, instead of putting here a normal log, you put it like so. Then you want to start a bit of decorating. What's the part that will get the tree to look good. Use slabs and the stairs to like hide the corners, but you can see that here I already use here stairs, so it doesn't look so good. But if I use this, it already looks a bit better. Here we can use stairs, but I haven't used those before. Adding those actually you don't need, but here you see it add like a bit more of the curve. And now for the actual leaves. This is the actual hard part. First of all, you surround the tree. If there's an airspace inside the tree, you should probably fill it up. Then you get the outside of the main shape you want the tree to be like. I really need to end this video really soon. Okay. I'm going to quickly get this to 100. That's how I used to work, and that's how I see where I'm placing blocks. And, okay, so we want our tree to look like that. Oh my god. Oh, and 1 second. Okay. So then you add a bit of a top layer. Want it to look natural, not just not just like do it like it fits the corner. Like make it look a bit more natural than normal. So I think we'll build one here. Yeah, that one looks good. And you want to add a bit more on top, but make sure don't add too much, because otherwise the tree looks really pointy. Then you want to add a bit of like fall down, because trees aren't flat. They're like a bit of kind of random. Like you want to try and replicate that randomness of the trees in the wild. And you want to like don't think about it too much, just like add it randomly. All you can see, we got a pretty nice tree in here, so I will probably add a bit more on the top of it. Like so, nope, like so. That gives it a bit more of a shape. In front you see it a bit too flat, so I'm going to add a little bit. Actually, I don't want an angle here. You can see it's already got out to be looking pretty good. But you can see that it looks like the tree is a bit too much to the right. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of a branch down here, like so. There you go, we got a nice custom simple tree. You can do the same idea, but make sure to change a bit the tree. Don't do the same tree over and over again. But if you're lazy, you can just go and do pause 1 and pause 2 and copy and paste, which works the same. Then if you don't want them to all to be the same direction, you could do slash rotate. Thank you. Then you do enter a degree, 19, 180 or 270, I think. I'm going to do 90, and then you see when I will paste it, slash paste, the tree was rotated 90 degrees. Then you can play with it to get a bit more of randomness. Then another way you can do, want to rotate it back to -90. Then I want to do /flip and /paste, and I mistakenly deleted the previous tree, but you can see the tree is simply flipped. And that is pretty much all I know in a WorldEdit, and I really need to finish the video. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you like this video and other one, please sub. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.